chair will entertain as many requests to insert as may be necessary to accommodate members, but the chair also must ask members to cooperate by confining such remarks to the proper form. The gentleman from New York.
Does that mean that the members cannot state why we should end the charade?
The members can state their unanimous consent request but cannot engage in debate thereon. The gentleman can continue.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that the House bring up the Senate amendment to H.J. Res. 59, the Clean CR, and go to conference on a budget.
As
so
the chair is
that
previously advised,
Republican
that request
government
cannot be
shutdown
entertained absent
is taking
appropriate
away
clearance.
precious
The
food
gentlelady
from
is out of order. The gentleman from New York.
in the WIC program.
Gentleman from New York.
Mr. Speaker, for unanimous consent request, I recognize Mr. Kennedy of Rhode Island. Massachusetts, I'm sorry.
Gentleman recognized.
York,
Thank you to my colleague from New York. Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to address the House and ask that the House bring up the Senate amendment to H.J. Res. 59, the Clean CR, and go to conference on a budget so that we can end the Republican.
As the chair is previously advised, that request cannot be entertained absent appropriate clearance. The gentleman from New York. Gentleman from Texas.
How much time does the gentleman from New York control at this point in time?
The gentleman from New York has 5 minutes. The gentleman from Florida has 6.
Thank you, sir.
Gentleman from New York.
I recognize for a UC request, Mr. Kilmer of Washington.
Gentleman from Washington. Gentleman from New York.
Ms. Vesey of Texas, I recognize for a unanimous consent statement, Mr. Vesey.
Gentleman from New York.
Mr. Takano from California, I recognize for a unanimous consent request.
Mr. Speaker, before I state my unanimous consent request, may I ask a point of information?
Gentleman may state your inquiry.
My inquiry is, who is the Speaker of this House? Is it John Boehner or is it Ted Cruz?
The gentleman is out of order.
My unanimous consent, Mr. Speaker, my unanimous consent request is that the House bring up Senate Amendment H.J. Res. 59, the Clean CRs, to go to conference on a budget so that we
As the chair previously advised, that request cannot be entertained absent appropriate clearance. The gentleman is out of order. The gentleman from New York.
Speaker, I recognize for UC, unanimous consent for UC request.